Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Prophecy of Pendor. Now, when we left off, we had just been declared war on by the Fearsvain, and apparently they really don't like tea and biscuits, but now we also have someone else that also doesn't. So, as you can probably tell, we're currently chasing after a Ravenstern vassal, because of course, they would have to jump on the bandwagon here and decide to declare war as well. So, this is going to be rather amusing, isn't it? Because they only have a couple of fiefs remaining, even though Centerfall is going to be a very difficult siege, in my opinion. The others, maybe not so much. So, without further ado, I think it's a good idea to attack Lord Hengist first. Ah, yes, the last time we engaged one another, you had the better of me. However, Beartail the Deathbringer, be assured that it will not happen again, for the gods favor my cause. No, I don't think so. I'm sorry. There is no way that is actually happening right now. So, 216 versus 154. I did head around and recruit a couple of units, but they are only recruits right now, because literally I had no time. No time at all to even train them up with any trainer skill, and I actually... Yep, I reminded myself. I actually reminded myself to change my horse, and forgot. Yes. As soon as you hit that record button, you forget everything that you were intending to do, of course. Fantastic. So, let's see what's going to happen here. Oh, we actually have a charge almost immediately by the enemy, which I have to say is rather amusing. I'm actually unsure why they're doing such a thing. Let's see if we can... Yes, take that guy out. Yep, there we go. Come on. Deal some damage here. Maybe a little bit more. I would like a little bit more, thank you very much. Please, sir, may I have some more? May I have some more? Yes. Maybe. There we are, take out those horsemen. Oh, and Lord Hengist himself fell before us. Oh, fantastic. Very, very nice. So, otherwise, we just... Yeah, of course, we have some Kier guards to deal with, and I'm going to be very careful of these guys now, because obviously, in the past, we have been eliminated rather embarrassingly by the Kier guards when they decide to do a thrusting attack, because they do have some rather long weapons. And those weapons... They can be very penetrating if you move fast enough into them, so we need to be very, very careful of that, especially considering Beartail really does not want to get any kind of thing like that in the face again, because, wow, that was just messy. Really, really not very good. We did take a lot of damage from it, and he was not the same after that. He did actually, well, get a little bit traumatized, and I've got to say that it really is not one of those things you want to be doing. You really just want to make sure that you stay out of the way and maybe face away from it if you can, because if you get it in the face, you're going to take a lot more damage. So, yeah, it's one of those things where you just have to be pretty careful and, well, maybe just close your eyes and hope that something else is going to happen, but I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. So, otherwise... Probably just going to charge our archers in right here. I don't know whether we should charge them or whether we should just hold position in a different place. I think probably holding position in a different place will be fine. Ooh, that refugee probably could have been quite damaging there, but no, thankfully enough, he only had a pitchfork. And everything else seems relatively fine. Yeah, they have some rather low-tier units now. I really wanted to take out Lord Hengist because he was heading on to Talon Crag Castle, and we can't have him doing anything about defending it. No, no, no. We must prevent that from happening, of course. So, okay. Oh, Alyssa's doing well, apparently. Or maybe. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we should give her some better throwing weapon. Oh, never mind. Okay. She actually did just get a kill, so... Yes, me saying, oh, better throwing weapons? No, no, she doesn't need that, apparently. Well, that's pretty nice. 25 kills so far to Beartail's name, not bad. We are starting to lose a couple of our recruits, but that is to be expected. They are just recruits. Yeah, we probably should have vetoed them a little bit better before we recruited them, but I suppose that's not always what you can do with the fresh talent, I suppose. But otherwise, that is it. Oh, wow, we're getting companion levels all over the place. They appear to all be enjoying themselves rather a lot and gaining a lot of experience in the process. So, there it is, one death, and that was a recruit. And otherwise, oh, hello there. Okay, so this guy has minus 15 already, so I'm just going to be taking him prisoner. I know. Some of you said that taking all of these guys prisoner is going to mean that we are not going to have any vassals in the end. And that's fine. I really don't mind, because we have an abundance of companions, and these companions all have relatively nice units to speak of as well. So, really nothing to worry about where that is concerned. So, yeah, don't worry. Don't worry, we're fine. We're fine right now. When we're losing, And when our faction is on the brink of defeat, that is when you guys can say something. But right now, we seem to be absolutely fine. We are, of course, going to be placing our Pendor King helm on ourselves so we can see his magnificent moustache. We, of course, do need to see that. And it is actually better than our current helm, which I have to say I was not expecting, because obviously we are using a lordly immortal helm, which is very good in actual fact. So, yes, we still need to get riding skill 8, just reminding myself of that, because, of course, we have just leveled up. And apparently my horse is not lame. But why is it moving so slowly? It appears to be moving very slowly indeed. I'm actually quite surprised by that. Okay, well, let's just move on then, I guess. So, Talloncrag Castle has 400 units in it, only 25 rangers. Does have a rather overabundance of Highlanders and Kier guards, but, what can you do about that, I suppose? So, let's see. They are probably going to be heading in there. Yep, there's Count Ivanus. Wow. He has 353 units. That is, well, quite deadly if you get caught by him, of course. He's going to be moving very slowly otherwise, though, so nothing really to worry about there, I guess. And what is that? A fine long composite bow. No, I don't think we're going to be giving that to Julia. She does have a very good bow at the moment, so we don't really need to worry about that at all. Oh my, we are actually selling so many nice things that we're able to make so much money right now. Really, so much money. Look at that. Absolutely insane. So let's get some food, I guess, to just balance that out somewhat. And I think that is fine. Let's go to the horse merchant, sell a couple of these horses, and the amazing moose helm. We are going to be selling that, of course. So, otherwise, the royal crown is absolutely fantastic for social gatherings, I suppose. If we are actually going to be partaking in any feasts, then of course we can use that. That's actually rather cool. But, yes, otherwise, I think we'll be heading onward. I'm going to take a look here. Okay, we have a companion there. I'm not entirely sure if I want to take any more companions just yet, because I'd like to make them vassals first, and then just see what's actually going to happen with them, because obviously I don't want more complaints. Yes, complaints are always the most terrible thing ever. Okay, so let's see. What are we going to get here? That is the thing. Adonia actually does have some very nice leadership, so I think we're actually going to be getting her a little bit more in charisma, a little bit more in leadership. Maybe get her to 15 charisma, 5 leadership, and then maybe make her a vassal or something. She is actually a very good companion, so maybe not, maybe, I don't know. But Alyssa, maybe also a companion vassal, who knows? We'll see. Let's see, yeah, she has 2 leadership. We could make her pretty good, I gotta say. Let's get her some more leadership as well. I know that it may be wasted points, but I really don't mind so much, because right now they are archetypal units such as a warrior, so it's really quite fine for us to do something like that. We're going to be leveling up his strength a little bit more, and leadership. That sounds good to me. There we are. Adiz could become potentially a very nice vassal too, but right now I'm thinking the next guy that we will make a vassal is probably Sir Roland, but I really don't want to just yet, because he's going to have such an amazing trainer skill, and he is really helping us out. So I'm not entirely sure what we'll do about that, but we'll see as time goes on. So as we see here, this is where this is where I say to myself, what was I doing? Literally, what was I doing with his skills and attributes here? Because obviously his skills actually not bad, not a bad array of skills, but his attributes really 21, 21, 21. Okay, apparently I'm a fan of blackjack or something, but yes, okay. We're going to be going for some more agility and eventually getting 21. You can guess that. That is pretty bad, but yes, let's see here. What do we want to get? Persuasion, I think. Yes, persuasion is actually going to be rather nice, I have to say. Let's get a little bit more archery just in case we partake in a tournament, and of course, then if we get a bow, we might actually be able to deal some damage with it. Okay, so Poinsbrook is defended by 190 units, literally not enough to be able to defend it, so I am going to be doing more recruiting off-screen, of course. And we'll see what we can do about shoring up the defenses there. Okay, so we have a rather significant amount of units surrounding Talloncrag Castle right now, so apparently I am not going to be sieging that, and we instead, I suppose we're going to be heading on to Silver Edge Keep instead. But I can assume that Count Ivanus is going to move very quickly to defend. we have an amazing spotting skill, so we should be able to see him pretty easily. Ah, yes. Okay, so let's actually just see what's going on at Avendor here. Okay, so Emir is being raided, but I can't do much about that. Hopefully Lethal Durin is in the area. I don't think he is somehow, though. So let's head on to Castle Fenbray and see if we can take that. What's... Lord Burgundus, hello. Oh, okay, so apparently the Fierdsvane and the Ravenstern are riding together. Look at that. Earl Ari Forkbeard. Not Spoonbeard, but yes, Forkbeard. And we have Lord Chonrad here, as well as Lord Burgundus. Wow, that is quite the annoyance, I have to say. Oh, he's going to raid Fiznar, isn't he? I'm pretty sure he's going to raid Fiznar. So we have another 8 noble recruits, and we are still gaining a reasonable amount of money. Obviously, our wages for Sir Timothy's Knights... Really? 9,000. We're paying 9,000. We could be getting 9,000 more. Okay, I'm going to have to tell them to go away or something, but... Oh, that is terrible. That is absolutely terrible. Okay, so, yes, Earl Ari Forkbeard apparently is the Marshal for the Fierdsvane. So I guess they have an excuse for doing that. Okay, I'm going to head in versus Lord Burgundus here. Can I maybe get there before he gets inside? No. No, of course not. Yes, he slipped inside way too quickly, in my opinion. That's... that is quite irritating, I have to say. We were given no time whatsoever to actually react to that, so I guess he's just taking advantage of the fact that we have a siege going on here. We have our mind on other things. Hello there. Hello, who's this? Ingvar the Lame. Apparently you are quite eager, aren't you? Yes. Way too eager, as you can see. Look at that. We just separated him without any problem whatsoever. Quite the idiot, apparently. Yes, quite the idiot. So, we're going to see what we can do here. Wow, this guy, really, very overzealous. And I'm actually unsure why he decided to do that. Maybe he wants his fill of biscuits and he just can't get enough, but I don't think so. I don't think he's a biscuit maniac or anything like that. Well, that would be rather scary, I suppose, but let's see what we can do. Let's get these crossbowmen up here. And they actually have some Lady Valkyries. I've got to say, that's actually pretty nice. Or, wait a minute. I think he has noble women and sword maiden. So, yeah, not really anything to worry about there, I suppose. They don't really have the greatest stats. Although, one did actually survive a hit from me there, so that's not bad. But yes, Lady Valkyries would absolutely destroy us right now, but thankfully enough they are just normal Valkyries. And they do have some Fierdsvane Berserkers, so I have to be a little bit careful about those guys. Obviously, yes, the archers really are nothing to write home about, obviously. So, yes, otherwise we're just going to be charging everyone else in, apart from our archers, of course. And we'll see what we can do. They actually have some heretic minions? Ah. How dare you? How dare you use heretic minions against us? You were just fighting a heretic army the other episode. Huh. Well, I suppose, yeah, maybe they came to some sort of accord. That would be rather scary, I have to say, having those heretic armies under command of Konunga Valdis. Can you imagine? Can you imagine alliances being made between the minor factions and the major factions? Wow. Now that would be a system to implement, wouldn't it? Oh, yes. Okay, well, otherwise, yes, this is a very easy battle indeed. And, well, almost as easy as it was to get his mother in bed, right? Maybe. Yeah, so otherwise, it's absolutely fine. I'm actually pretty insulted that he decided to attack us with 62 units, considering we have 215. I actually have no idea why he decided to do that, but I have no idea. The AI is sometimes very weird. And there we go. Okay, so yes, you are definitely going to get taken prisoner. Fellow, yes. So let's see. We have 3 spaces. How wonderful. Let's take some maiden cavalry. They're no doubt going to level up into something nice. And otherwise, that seems fine. Not bad. Okay, so let's see. What can we level up now? Let's get some Ravenstern archers there. A little bit more of our hunters from the Empire recruits. And I think we're actually going to be speaking to Lord Hengist because I don't want him to run away. 4,500, really not happy about that, I gotta say. I was hoping for a little bit more, but wow, this guy's even more. Okay, apparently they really love him. Not entirely sure why. Maybe he's the king's favorite stupid cousin or something. I have no idea, but Yes, let's see what happens with this particular siege. Obviously, I'm going to definitely need to get a couple more recruits into the garrison at Rain, because, well, the AI obviously only sees numbers and does not see strength of units. So you can put 1,000 recruits in here and they'll be like, oh, they have 1,000 units in there. I'm definitely not going to be doing anything there. And apparently, Alyssa is now deciding to leave the party. Ah, well, that's a shame. That was a shame. I was not going to make her a vassal yet because I did want to level up her leadership a little bit more, but maybe we'll encounter her at some later point. Okay, so apparently Avendor is now being besieged, and we are going to have a problem with Rain as well. So I'm only going to hope that Sir Timothy is able to defend reasonably well at Avendor. Hopefully that is going to be the case. Now, yes, I have not removed the audio file yet from the Prophecy of Pendor folder, so unfortunately we are still going to have to put up with oh and various other things like that. Yes, definitely going to need to do that. I was a little bit worried about actually removing it because I thought to myself, maybe we're going to get error messages all the time, but if that is not the case, then I will be removing it and hoovering it all the way up into my recycle bin. So yes, hopefully that will be the case. And those guys are actually... oh, I see, they're leaving. Okay, I'm a little bit worried about Avendor now. Wait a minute, how many people do we have at Rain? 189, that's really not enough, is it? Oh, I am very worried about Avendor because we have our knighthood order stationed there. Rain, we really don't have anything here, so... kind of a bit worried about that, I gotta say. Maybe we could attack these guys in open combat. Okay, I think I'm going to do that because they're taking way too long to do this. So I am literally just going to go straight on in here against Spoonbeard. I mean Forkbeard, of course. Ah, yes. He is going to be insulted by me many a time because of his hilarious name, of course. So, let's see. Ah, this is a fantastic battlefield. Okay. Let's get our archers over here. Let's get them to form ranks. And I think we'll get them to stand closer a little bit. And we'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll be able to do something here. Okay, so what are you doing, cavalry? Get over here, please. Thank you. I'm not asking again. Okay, so our archers will no doubt be perfectly fine. And oh yes, there's Forkbeard. Eliminated. No problem at all there. Oh yes, very nice. Maybe we can take out that. Oh no, apparently there was a nice parry there. Okay, well, ooh, they have Lady Valkyries. Ooh, okay. This might actually end up being rather painful for us, but right now everything seems to be rather fine because they did decide actually not to use any kind of tactic whatsoever. They just decided to charge in. So I guess their cavalry just charging in straight off. They're probably not the greatest idea, but we do have high tier units, so there is really nothing to worry about as such because they have literally these guys. Yeah, if they had a whole army of Lady Valkyries, then I would definitely say, oh yes, charge straight on in, why not? But right now, probably not great when you have 5 of them or something, but yes, there it is. That was literally it, I think. Yep, they've already received reinforcements, so this is going to be a very simple endeavor. And I'm going to try and get our cavalry back here. Okay, hello there. Oh, apparently you're being eliminated. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move our archers up on top of this hill here, because we really do want to get a nice vantage point. And I think that's actually going to result in us being incredibly lucky, isn't it? Because now we can just rain down death and destruction upon their reinforcement area, which I have to say is, oh, that is just absolutely devilish. So incredibly good for us to have such an advantage. But obviously we've already eliminated many of their high tier units, so I guess even if we didn't have it, it would be relatively easy to eliminate them nevertheless. So, okay, apparently they do have some Fierce Vein Berserkers, but they are not going to be able to reach our crossbowmen, hopefully. Come on, crossbowmen. You must headshot a couple of them. Maybe you're able to headshot a couple of them? Maybe? Come on now. Okay, well, yes, we need to move these guys a little bit forward. I'm actually unsure why they are taking so long to get into position, but I guess they're a little bit hesitant about being charged by this Lady Valkyrie, for example. There we are. Okay, that's a lot better. There we go. Ooh, we have a Fiat's Vein Berserker troop actually coming in here. Okay, we're going to be charging our infantry and cavalry in, seeing if we can distract them a little bit. There we are. Okay, so now some throwing weapons. Some throwing weapons against the Fiat's Vein Berserkers. Maybe. Maybe? No? No? Okay. Well, maybe I can just charge at these guys. Oh, look at that! Did you see that? Oh, that. Oh, if only we could get that in slow motion. Now that would be amazing, wouldn't it? That would be absolutely amazing. Maybe we'll be able to do that. I don't know, but we'll see. Now let's just take out a couple of these heavy archers as much as we can. They actually don't have any more heavy archers. I think this one is the only one left, and then they just have regular ones. So that's pretty good. That is pretty good, I gotta say. Anything else? Anything else? No? No, there aren't any more. So I guess that is it. Look at that. We eliminated so many, and it is all thanks to this hill. Really. All thanks to that hill. Absolutely great. And of course Anson as well, because Anson is making it so that none of our units get actually killed, and their souls reaped by the Grim Reaper, of course. So yes, there we go. 55 renown. Literally. 55 renown. I would not have expected to gain 55 renowns from such a battle. It was actually relatively simple, wasn't it? And they did have 41 Fiat's Vein Berserkers, but against crossbowmen they just get cut down, no problem at all. Okay, so we have another 222 to deal with. Okay, so again, we have a very nice mountainous area here to take advantage of. We're going to be telling everyone to stand down there, apart from the archers who will stand on the hill. And of course we'll get them to form ranks. And let's see what we can do here. Okay, so hopefully everyone will get into position. Okay, apparently the infantry and the cavalry just need to charge straight on in here to prevent the crossbowmen from taking any unnecessary damage. And I guess then we'll see what happens after that. But right now, that seems to be the preliminary strategy to employ. But I don't know. Maybe it's going to end up being worse than it actually is. No, apparently not. Nope. Those crossbowmen really know how to deal damage. And here come the Fiat's Vein Berserkers, the remaining Fiat's Vein Berserkers. This is going to be very amusing indeed to see how utterly impressive and devastating the crossbowmen can be, because I'm just going to literally run around in circles. Yeah, that's quite the brave maneuver, isn't it? Ah, yes. The bravest of maneuvers. I'm sure that's exactly what they did back in the 16th, 17th, 18th century, 15th century, 12th century. I have no idea when this is set, because of course it is a fictional place, but the point is, I'm sure that's exactly what they did. They went round in circles with their horses, because no one knew how to use a bow, or throwing weapon, or anything. But, yes, that's probably what they did, right? Yeah, of course it is.
Horsey guys!
And of course, we are going to be killing some horsey guys. We do have horsey guys ourselves, which is actually pretty nice, I've got to say. We do have some rather nice horsey guys, but right now, well, they're not seeming to do that much. I think have they all been killed? Surely not. Okay, well, the one thing that we have to do is definitely move our crossbowmen up. Oh, we do have a couple of horsey guys, but really? Have they all been eliminated? That is just not right. That is just terrible. Oh, yes. Yes, exactly. Okay, so what's happened here is that we have overextended ourselves, and apparently I've allowed our horsey guys to absolutely run amok, which is definitely not something you want to do. You want to make sure that they have a very tight leash, because you never know when they're going to just run off and get killed. So, yeah. Probably not the greatest idea for me to allow them just to move. And, oh, here we go. Okay, so, yes, also now this is getting a little bit too messy, isn't it? It's almost as messy as getting a pike in the face. Yes, almost. But not quite. Okay, so, yeah, we're going to need to restructure our strategy here, because obviously I've moved my crossbowmen because I thought we were going to make our way up to their reinforcement zone. But, of course, that's not going to happen very well, is it? No, that's not going to happen at all, in actual fact. So, we're just going to need to station ourselves here, and anyone that goes over the hill here is going to get cut down almost immediately. So hopefully we can make that happen. Obviously we have not eliminated as many units as we had previously, so I guess there is that to take into account, but all of our horsey guys and infantry have been absolutely destroyed, so it is really not great, I have to say. But otherwise it actually seems fine. We have eliminated the remaining units. Have we? Have we eliminated the remaining units? Not really. We've only eliminated about 120 of them, which I've got to say is a little disappointing. Well, let's try our best, shall we? Come on! Yes, there we go. Fantastic. Okay, so now... Ah, yeah, that is indeed the problem with having archers only. Yes, we have one enemy running in the distance there. Are they able to headshot him? Are they able to kill him? I'm not entirely sure. He is getting hit. They were able to eliminate him. Oh, look at that range. Look at that range. All the way from over there. Do you see that? Look at that. They're all the way in the distance. Now that is impressive. That is very impressive. Who said crossbowmen aren't good at range? Shame on you. Shame on you. Oh, yes. Exactly. Okay, so otherwise, there we go. That is perfectly fine. We only have 88 units remaining now. And they are most likely just going to charge into us. So, pretty much don't have to worry. Pretty much just need to stand closer there and go into ranks. And I don't know why you're going forward still. I mean, really. At least listen to your king. Seriously, guys. Come on now. Cupcakes for everyone. Come on. We're going to be winning and actually doing a pretty reasonable job at it. Come on now. Surely. Okay. Well, there's only 52 remaining on this particular reinforcement wave. Of course, they do have 88 in total, but at least we have some horsey guys. And we do have some guys with shields who are looking very serious indeed. Yes, very, very serious. Oh, and apparently they're not moving. Oh, great. That is fantastic, isn't it? I absolutely love when that happens, because that means I have to traverse the entirety of the battlefield. Oh, AI, when will you cease to annoy me? Ah, yes. Yes, that happens quite often, doesn't it? Oh, hello there. Apparently I'm getting shot by many an arrow. Well, we look very majestic, I have to say. Look at that. Look at how majestic we look. Ah, yes. I would highly recommend leaving a comment about how majestic Bertild looks. I'm actually going to call him Bertild the Majestic after this. Yes, Bertild the Majestic. That seems to suit him rather amazingly. Yes, there we go. Okay, so we are just going to charge in. These guys really have no threat towards us. Oh, well, yeah, they did have a threat. It was actually a Feared Vein Berserker, but it got headshot very, very quickly indeed. Oh, yes. And we're just going to walk along their lines. Now, walk along their lines? We're going to ride along their lines and attempt to take out as many of them as we can. Yes. We do have a spirited, ironclad warhorse. It's not actually ironclad, is it? I actually have no idea what it's called, but it's the Knighthood Order horse, of course, that we gained from the Shadow Legion. Okay, come on now. Oh, they are actually getting some Lady Valkyries in here. A little bit late. I'm actually surprised that I have no idea what their structure of their army was. A little bit weird. I guess it's the two different vassals' armies. Vassals'? Ah, yes. The two different vassal armies now actually combining to make a reasonable force, but apparently one of them had Lady Valkyries all the way at the end of their army, which is probably not the greatest idea, I have to say, considering if we had fought a couple more, maybe in the second or third wave, then we may have had many more casualties to speak of, but right now we are just absolutely destroying everything we come into contact with. That is the power of Bertild. Oh yes, it's all due to Bertild. He's killing absolutely everything. Look at that, 18 kills. I mean, we've killed 77, but... And in the top left it does say 19, but it actually means 77. He has killed everything, obviously, as you know. I take this very seriously, so... yeah. I'm going to go into my spreadsheet after this and actually write down how many kills I got so that I can improve efficiency by 1.0.777%. Of course, because that's what people do, right? Oh yes, it is. Of course. If you know me at all, I am completely joking. Not about the spreadsheet, because people do that, but I'm joking about me doing that, of course. So, there it is. Oh, 88. Yes, wonderful. And we're able to take this guy prisoner, which is fantastic. Okay, so they both said the shame of it. I don't really want their personalities in my faction. I don't really like negative things going on there. So, yeah, we're just going to take the farmers, I think. We're not going to take the rest because they don't level up. Oh, actually, I am going to take them because they could go in the garrison. Yeah, and numbers actually make a difference there. So, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Ooh, here we go. Oh, yes, we're getting a nice gold bar and some various loot. I'm going to melt the gold bar down and make some sort of amazing necklace that says MC Beartilt on it or something. Yes, because he is an absolutely astute rapper, obviously. I mean, you know, rapping is very popular in the medieval times, as we know. So, otherwise, we are going to be ending this episode off here, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of recruiting. I'm going to get some lemonade out and do some sort of recruitment drive. Yes, get your lemonade here, get your yellow water here. Yes, that's what I'm going to say, apparently. Well, that's what Beartilt's going to say. I'm not going to do any work. I'm just going to sit back in my chair and let him do all the work. But otherwise, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.